Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It's just going to be a very quick one today. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend. I know there's been a lot of news now, especially since Leeds United have appointed Daniel Farke as their manager. But if you are new around here, I do try to bring out Leeds United content on a daily basis if possible. Sorry I didn't bring up one out yesterday. It's obviously, I was just a bit busy. So I didn't really want to put that pressure on me, whereas like before, I used to always have to, in a sense, rely on either bringing out news or just making up videos for you guys. I mean, it came to the point where I was like just draining myself when it came to Leeds United content, whereas now, since I don't have that pressure, since I just do it more so for fun instead of doing it as like a full-time job type of such a thing, it's giving me a lot more freedom, it's giving me a lot more joy again, a lot more motivation just to be able to speak to you guys. And when I do speak to you guys, I really do enjoy the interaction. We have a lot of like thoughts when it comes to Leeds United, and I guess just the surrounding situations as well. So in today's news, we're going to be talking about Gnonto. Obviously we all know that he's been linked away with Aston Villa, but the 49ers are so keen to keep hold of him. Phil Hayes actually come out and said, I don't know if it was in a podcast or I don't know if it's a tweet, I just saw it in a video, that Gnonto, if he was to be lured away from the club, Aston Villa are the main key prospects to sign him, because obviously it was like 20 million, 15 million, 25 million, but apparently Phil Hayes come out and said that the 49ers have slapped a £40 million price tag on Gnonto's shoulders. So whether Aston Villa are going to be paying that much money, we don't know, but 49ers want to be able to keep hold of him just for this championship season, especially if we get back into the Premier League. He's going to be a very secret weapon of ours. And as well, in other news, Leeds United obviously they're linked with a lot of new targets, and apparently next week, in the next 7 days, there should be a few Leeds United new signings, which it could be Hamer, it could be that centre midfielder from Bristol City, it could be Daniel Surridge, it could be Perot. I mean, Leeds United are now back in the race for Perot, apparently. But I think Swansea City want around about £20 million. And of course, with Leicester City, they was the main people who wanted to take over the bidding war for Perot. But I think now, with the asking price of him, I don't think Leicester City really want to be paying that money, whereas like the 49ers, they've in a sense stepped over that line, stepped over Leicester City and said to be more and in advanced talks with the player. That doesn't mean Leeds United have put a bid in with him. It just pretty much means that Leeds United have stepped up their interest in the player, and I guess trying to come up with an agreeable negotiation for the player. Whether that comes about, whether that's 15 million, whether that's 17 million, who knows. But if Leeds United can land this striker, then we're going to be such a brutal force to deal with, especially if we have Rutter, Gnonto, Jack Harrison. I know a lot of people don't want to hear it, but Patrick Bamford, I mean, yes, he's not the most reliable striker, is he? But he comes about when he needs to be, and he's gained that little bit of experience, or step above that championship experience, so we don't know how well he's going to cope. In other news, Leeds United are trying the hardest to be able to keep hold of Jack Harrison. Obviously, Gnonto is another player, but Jack Harrison is one of the main players that the 49ers want to be able to keep. I think it's more so because he's like the poster boy, isn't he, really, of Leeds United, and it'd be a good hold. I mean, there is a release clause of £16 million. Everton wanted to be able to keep be able to, in a sense, process that agreement with Leeds United, but I don't know if Everton are going to be able to afford the winger, obviously with financial reasons. So to me, I think being able to keep hold of Jack Harrison, I think it would be a good selling point for or a starting point, should we say, when it comes to the championship, because we all know he's done it before. He's got us promoted, he's helped us in the Premier League plenty of times, but it's that consistency what we're missing from Jack Harrison, isn't it? He's always hot and cold, and we don't know whether he's going to be good 1 minute, we don't know whether he's going to be bad the other minute. So if we can keep hold of Jack Harrison for the championship season, and then see what it's like in the Premier League, and then go from there, whether the 49ers want to keep hold of him because obviously he is a big asset for Leeds United, or they want to be able to like get more value for the player for the upcoming future. And as well, Wober has now come out and stated that he wants to stay at the club. We all know that a lot of players like Brendan Aronson, Robin Koch, Llorente, Christensen, these players have pretty much said that they want to leave the club, they want to go out on loan, and fine, whatever. If you don't want to be at the club, you don't stay at the club, you know. So whereas Christensen, his deal is more on pause now. Like, there is content creators out there selling you that he is going out on loan to AFC Roma. The link is still there. The move can be a possibility, but it's just on pause on this just at this moment in time. So it doesn't mean that he's not going, but it also means that he's not that he's staying. So it's in the middle at the moment. Like, he's linked to AFC Roma, but at the same time he's still a Leeds United player, and he could still be a Leeds United player next season. So yeah, it's been fantastic news. There's going to be a lot of movement in this next week, so just stay tuned for that. There's going to be a lot of news as well coming from a lot of Leeds United content creators. There's going to be a lot of players coming in, a lot of players coming out in the next couple of weeks, because there's 3.5 weeks left now until the first game against Cardiff City. So we've got to do a lot of preparations for the game, and hopefully we can bring in some decent players. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I know it's been a fast-paced video, but there's a lot of news to just cram into one video. But I hope you do enjoy. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, or continue having a fantastic weekend, and I guess I'll just see you tomorrow. Anyways, peace.